Hi, how are you? My name is Jasmine Sly. I'm doing my assignment on maternity and family leave. Most people, when they leave for maternity, they're only allowed about 6 weeks. And the thing that I'm arguing is, if how can a government official decide how long a person should leave for maternity leave when it takes about at least probably a month or better to heal. Some people need to leave for maternity leave maybe like 2 months before. So if they're only allowed 6 weeks, does that mean they will have to come right back after they have their child? So how do you determine the amount of time someone should leave when you're not even like a health professional? It takes at least 6 weeks to heal from after giving birth. So who's to say that a person don't need more? And the bad part is, if if a person don't come back after that time, does that mean they lose their job? So it's like, one, you have to worry about caring for your child, but now you have to worry about losing your job. How is that okay for someone to decide if I should lose my job if I decide to parent my child rather than come directly back to work when I'm not ready? And why does a mother or father or just a daughter have to decide if they should come back early when they're not ready? Like, how about if a family member, maybe my mom's terminally ill? How about if I need to stay and help her for a little bit longer? Maybe she's not adjusted yet. Even if it could be that simple, if government officials should just allow people to take their own time off. I know it would be harder, but if you're already not paying them, what would be so bad about letting them pick how long they're off? But I guess that would come into play where they wouldn't want to pay for like unemployment and everything. But is it so bad to at least allow them to pick how long they get to stay out to help take care of their family? Because just imagine someone just having a baby, maybe we're gonna say 6 weeks ago, because that's what they allow. You just had your baby, you're not ready to hand it off to the babysitter, but you're pretty much forced to, because you either risk losing your job or not being able to provide for your baby. You can't really get unemployment or whatever you get when you're pregnant and out on maternity leave. So what do you do at that point? Do you try to live off completely off unemployment until you can figure out what you want to do with your child? But why should the parent have to pick? If it takes me 6 months or maybe even a year to decide what I want to do with my child, or how I'm going to work through like trying to put my mother in a home, do I rush 6 weeks and just like give up? Or how about if I want to take care of my mother for a year before she goes into a home or until I find her the best daycare? Why shouldn't that be me to decide that? Instead, I have to risk losing my job to stay home a lot longer than what I probably want to, and then just rush and have to try to figure things out. So I feel like how could all this be determined by a simple law? Like, you give me 6 weeks, maybe I'm not healed in 6 weeks, maybe I will be, but who's to say that I will be, or if my child's ready, something could happen to the child where they need their mom for a little bit longer. But I just hate that people's jobs are determined by just carelessness. Like, I know it's not their family, so they probably don't care as much. But I just feel like it should be a lot more of the person who's going on maternity leave or family leave to decide. That's all I'm wondering. Okay. Josh, do you have any questions?
No, not at the moment.
Oh, and I probably should just introduce you. Well, Josh is on the other side of the camera, and this is Joshua.